Well, good morning. I'd like to welcome everybody to the Tuesday, August 29th, 2023 meeting of the Denton County Commissioners Court. We're excited to be here this morning. At this time, I'd like to welcome Mrs. Marta Min forward. She is going to lead us in our invocation, and our pledges will be led by Sheriff Tracy Murphy. And I want to remind everybody to turn off your cell phones, and if you'll please stand.
Good morning, Judge and Commissioners. Great day, isn't it? It's a day that the Lord has made. The Lord has given me a special scripture to read today in this house because you are very much in His sight today. Joshua 1, verses 6 through 9. Be strong and courageous, for you will lead this people as they acquire and then divide the land that I promised to their ancestors. Always be strong and courageous, and always live by all of the law that I gave to my servant Moses, never turning from it, even ever so slightly, so that you may succeed wherever you go. Let the words from the book of the law be always on your lips. Meditate on them day and night, so that you may be careful to live by all that is written in it. If you do, you will make your way through this world, and you will prosper and always find success. So this is my command. Be strong and courageous. Never be afraid or discouraged, because I am your God, the Eternal One, and I will remain with you wherever you go. And this was Moses saying to Joshua, you've got a big job ahead of you. You can read the whole thing, but this is the main thing that Moses said to his successor. So there's going to be challenges in the new season that you do not know about. But God is saying to you to be strong and courageous in your leadership, because He is with you. You are men and women of great integrity, and God is going to honor you in ways that you do not know yet. But He says, keep aligned with me and step out in courageous things that I am telling you to do for this county, because this is my county and you are chosen to lead this county. In Jesus' name.
Amen. Will you please join me in the pledge to the American flag? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And the pledge to the great state of Texas. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible. Thank you. Pardon me.
Well, thank you as always, Marta, and thank you, Sheriff. Cheryl, do we have anyone register for public input? I didn't think we did. Perfect. We'll go ahead and proceed past that. And then I'm going to, we'll go ahead and have Mayor Terry come forward. Sean, if you'll come forward, we have we'll go to item 3B, which is approval of a proclamation honoring Mayor Sean Terry for his years of service to the residents of the city of Salina. And Mayor, it's great to have you in the courthouse, and it's great that we're taking time here to honor you in your service to Salina. And as we all know, Salina is not only in Denton County, it's in Collin County as well. So he's dealt with not only his, what's that? Yeah, double duty. Not only dealing with Denton County, but with Collin County and all his residents in Salina, and dealing with his neighboring cities. So I would like to read this proclamation honoring the city of Salina Mayor Sean Terry. And whereas Mayor Sean Terry and his wife Angie have two children, Kylie, a graduate of Texas A&M, and Cade, a student at Texas A&M in the city of Salina, where he has been actively involved for the past 25 years. And whereas Mayor Terry expanded city services and infrastructure during the past 10 years as mayor of the city of Salina during a time of major growth from 7,500 residents to more than 34,000 Pardon me. I didn't think I could make it through that proclamation. From 7,500 residents to more than 34,000, making it one of the fastest growing in the country. And whereas Mayor Terry has worked tirelessly to ensure city services remain excellent and first responders have the necessary staffing and equipment to keep residents in Salina safe. And whereas Mayor Terry has helped keep the city of Salina focused on ensuring that its motto, Life Connected, was interwoven in all city decisions and programs. And whereas Mayor Terry was instrumental in organizing the Salina Cajun Fest and the Splash and Blast, two major events in the community, as well as the Gigabit City program recognized by Governor Greg Abbott. And whereas Mayor Terry in 2017 received a flag flown over the state capitol and the Community Builder Award by the Honorable Pat Fallon, U.S. Congressman District 4, who was then state representative. And whereas Mayor Terry has been a strong supporter of schools, and in 2016 received the Parent of the Year award from the area schools. And whereas Mayor Terry began his service at the city of Salina as a volunteer firefighter for 11 years before being asked by friends and neighbors to join the Salina City Council. And therefore be it resolved, the Denton County Commissioners Court congratulates Mayor Terry on his dedication not only to the city of Salina, but to all of Denton County during his tenure as a leader in the community. We wish him well in all his future endeavors. Done in open court this the 29th day of August 2023 upon a motion made by Commissioner Williams. The chair will second. Well, Commissioner, do you want to go first?
Yeah, thanks, Judge. Mayor, it's been a pleasure to work with you. You know, when I first was fortunate enough to be elected to this position, you were one of the first guys to reach out, say congratulations, and have a meeting with me and introduce me to your people at the city and explain to me how things are going, what you've got going on, all the plans. And it was quite enlightening to see that someone in your position was so concerned about how the community was going, building. And it was a great experience for me. We've had a wonderful relationship and friendship at this point. So I just want to say thank you so much. Salina was very fortunate to have your involvement for all those years. And we've had one of the best relationships with the city from the perspective of the county with your city as we could ask for. So I appreciate that and look forward to seeing what you do next.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate it.
Commissioner
Mayor, congratulations and thank you so much. Just like Commissioner Williams said, you done a great boy. You've overseen a lot of change in Salina, and you've done a great job guiding that. And I personally know the challenges and opportunities you get as a mayor.
Yes, sir.
And
Yes, you do.
and so we appreciate what you've done, and Salina and Denton County and Collin County are much better for your service.
Thank you.
Anyone else?
Yes,
Commissioner Mitchell.
Mayor, I just want to thank you for your service. As Kevin says, I know the challenges you have as mayor,
Yes,
but
you do too.
as I always tell everybody, that's the best job that I've ever had, is being as mayor. There's a lot of challenges, but there are a lot of good things that happen, that comes out of those challenges. And you had a special challenge with Denton County and Collin County, so you had to find a way to balance that. So thank you for your service to Denton County and Collin County. And what are you going to do next?
Man, I'm busy. Stay busy. I'm going to be at every meeting right now just making sure the judge is doing it.
Oh,
Okay, good.
That's good.
no.
Thank you for your
Thank
service.
you
I
very
appreciate
much.
it.
Go ahead, Commissioner.
Well, if I can get a mic, Bobby?
There you go.
Thank you. Mayor, I've not gotten a chance to know you. You're on the other side of the county.
ma'am.
But I've heard good things about you ever since I've been commissioner. So
Thank you.
congratulations. Thanks for all you've done for your community and for the community as a whole.
Thank you.
And congratulations on your retirement.
Thank you.
Well, Sean, this proclamation is bittersweet, you know, as you're ending your time as mayor. I would tell you we have, you know, dozens and dozens of mayors across the county. I've had the privilege of working with scores of mayors all these years, being on the court, and you're just right there at the top of those who have a partnership mentality with the county. I think, you know, none of us do these great projects alone.
Right.
And so you've always brought Salina to the table as your years as mayor and seen how can we how can we work together? And how could you work with your sister cities and your neighboring cities? And I think you had a really good ability of holding fast to your deal terms and things that are for the best interest of Salina, where there be a variety of different issues. But you also had a spirit of partnership and deal making, that you would like to put transactions together and deals together and road projects together and advanced projects that will surely outlive you. And so you know, you look at the statistics from 7,500 to, you know, over 35,000. I think you can rest assured that you and the council that you led laid a great foundation for the future success of Salina. That's why people are moving there, and they're voting with their feet when they come there, because they realize the great infrastructure and the culture that y'all have established there at Salina. So we wish you all the best. We'll allow you to speak.
Thank you, and I appreciate you, Judge, and Commissioner Williams, and you came in, and, you know, I believe in that regional partnerships like you do, and Judge does, and all the commissioners. I remember through COVID, you guys were on the leading edges of COVID, and having those daily updates that were coming from Denton County that may not happen in other counties around us. I won't say anything about that, but Denton County has always been so professional and so forthcoming and helping. And even, you know, now we're starting to really grow in Salina and Denton County, but before, when we didn't, Judge, you and Commissioner Williams, you had the foresight to see that this area is going to blow up, and still treated Salina like we were all in Denton County.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate that. And from all your leadership to, you know, things to help the county, put them on the cusp edge, having an EDC and things like that, the other counties just don't do, to really buy into that regional partnership. And I say this all the time, relationships are hard to keep and maintain because it's reciprocated. You got to be back and forth. And, you know, Commissioner, I appreciated you came from his vacation straight to a deal that I had in Salina a couple weeks ago. And that's one thing I always say about Commissioner Williams and Judge Eads is, when we called you, you came. Mm-hmm. And even though that was such a small part of your whole county, you still felt it important enough to come, and I'll always appreciate that. You know, you're going to be seeing me a lot. You know, I work for a developer that we're doing a lot of business in Denton County, and we're excited about it. And you guys have always treated us like, you know, professional, and respected us and honest to tell us up front what are we dealing with. So I appreciate that. I'm humbled today. Thank you all for letting me come up here and get this proclamation. And you're going to see me a lot, and I'm always going to be here if I can help you guys. I'm not saying I'm done the political career yet, but it's been nice to take a break. I'm not going to lie. Yeah. But thank y'all very much.
All right. Well, we have a motion, a second. Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Thank you. That's it? No. No, not that much. All right, next let's go to item 3C. 3C is a presentation of Denton County Mental Health Navigation Program launch and any appropriate action. And I'm going to hand it off to Commissioner Mitchell if she wants to make any introductory comments.
Judge, I was but back in 2015, we came together as Denton County Behavioral Leadership Team with Joe Mulroy was a part of that, Gary Henderson, and we kept adding people who wanted to be a part of this. Denton County Behavioral Health Leadership Team, with the help from Denton County Commissioners Court, has been a success in Denton County. This morning, when we're talking about the navigators that are being integrated into our health department as a part of the leadership team for Denton County, we're all so excited about it. We all want to jump up and shout. This was a long time coming. We know that 1 in 5 people experience mental health challenges in a year. And they're right here in Denton County. And just because you don't see it doesn't mean it's not there. A lot of times, things are well covered, and we don't all see what's going on. But guess what, folks? It's there. And our sheriff department had a lot of mental health patients in the jail. And what our goal was to make sure that we could move the people from the jail to where they could get the services that they needed. Because I believe there's nothing worse than going to jail. You do maybe a little fraction of something, maybe run a red light and somebody pick you up and you go to jail and you actually have mental health problems. And so you sit in jail and you go through all the things that you have to do in jail. I've never been there other than visited. But, you know, you get stuck in the system. And this is what these navigators will do. They will determine where people need to be. You can call and say, you know, I've got a problem, and these people can triage you to where you need to be. And we needed that here in Denton County rather than everybody staying in the jail. But you can get the service that you need. And we want to make sure that every citizen in Denton County get the service that they need. Mental health is taking over everywhere. Everywhere you go, somebody's talking about mental health. And I want to make sure, and this court want to make sure that Denton County is one of the leaders in giving people the help that they need. So we have a great group of people back here, and we've, like I said, we've had a lot of people that come in, Lauren and Lisa, Gary, Shannon, Courtney, and a lot of people I can't see back there, but I want y'all to stand up and be recognized because you've done a great work here in Denton County in making sure all of our citizens are taken care of. And I'm just glad to have been a part of this team. And Alex was a part of the Denton County Behavioral Health Leadership Team, and Matt Stoller. But she's still working to help us. Yeah, he stole her. But she worked for United Way. But we're glad that she's also still working for Denton County, and she's leading this behavioral health leadership, the navigators, and all of our, and I don't know all of our navigators' names yet, but I want to let you know that I appreciate you coming to take this job, and the judge is going to introduce.
We're going to have
So I just want to
Matt
thank you
introduce
for
him.
the job that you do. Y'all are wonderful people. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Well, thank you for that introduction. At this time, I'd like to welcome our health director, Dr. Matt Richardson.
Well, good morning, Judge and Commissioners. This is a great morning. I'm in my 10th year back at the county. I was here for 3 years prior, 3.5 years prior. But in my 10th year, Judge and Commissioner Mitchell, we've been having a conversation about the behavioral health leadership team since my first week on the job. First week on the job, and so this has been a community conversation. In that conversation, there's been talk about navigation and how to find existing resources in partnership with our community, MHMR, obviously doing that crisis management for people in mental health crisis. But there was a conversation about navigating to existing resources and how best to do that. And it's been again, I'm in my 10th year, and this is a constant conversation. And so I really want to identify and thank some people, and Commissioner, you really got that ball rolling this morning. Yes. And that we really want to recognize, in fact, since you mentioned it, Pam Gutierrez has been part of these conversations in this leadership team, again, since I arrived back on the scene, is very much a peripheral part of this. So Pam, we thank you for your leadership and your dedication to this. Obviously, MHMR is a foundational pillar, and the community couldn't do this work, even the navigation work, without you. It's important to talk about the United Way as a convener of this behavioral health leadership team. So Gary and Shannon, that's been important. I see Gary. Where's Shannon go? Okay. So, but Gary and Shannon have done a lot of work and really coalesced this group together. Dr. Lisa Elliott and Laura Prowitz, Laura with juvenile probation, Lisa Elliott with Cook Children's, They have led the committee that really spearheaded this effort, again, over years. Judge Hartling has been a part of this. But before I move just to the Denton County team and then turn this over to Alex to just walk you briefly through the resource that we've developed in the last 120 days. But before we do that, I do want to say to the court, this has been a community conversation, a decade. But here's what moved the needle was your commitment to invest and to fund it with some resources so that we could allocate some people to accomplish the work of helping others. So it was really the allocation of dollars and that fiscal support that brought this to fruition, and today is going to be kicking off a way to link to mental health providers all across the county. And that linkage effort came because you invested in this, and you heard the community, and you acted. And that action is going to save lives, we believe. We really do believe that. And so we're excited about that, and I need to tell you, thank you for that investment. Thank you for the trust in community groups and your trust in Denton County Public Health. We appreciate that. The community, I think, is going to be pleased. They're going to be surprised. Most of all, they're going to be encouraged and even healed in many ways. So that comes from us to you. Thank you for that investment. I do really quickly want to say thank you to some Denton County teams, the Technology Services, Kevin and his team, Jay, Nick, Don Click, Bill Young. We thank you for your investment in this. The website, I think you're going to see the website and the software is cutting edge. I think this is the first time across the nation that the navigation effort will have such advanced technology, and the tracking, the algorithms to make sure people don't fall through the cracks. We're excited about the comprehensive nature of this, and the IT team, DTS, we thank you for that. And in purchasing, we came to purchasing and said we needed to fast track this because the judge and commissioners expected this yesterday. I'm sure purchasing never gets that phone call, but thank you for taking this one. I hope you don't regret too much taking Matt's call from 2913. County Communications, Dawn and Eric have helped us, and they're going to continue to help. And then I'm going to turn this over to Alex Reed. As you mentioned, Commissioner Mitchell, we did work in partnership with United Way to procure an excellent employee. Alex was part of leading this behavioral health leadership team early, came to the county. We've been so excited. She's our division manager for community health. And so I'm going to turn over to her to introduce the team and to walk you briefly through the resource. Thank you very much. Alex?
Well, it's my privilege to be here with you this morning. I'd love to start by introducing you to the team that has been working tirelessly on this project over the last couple of months. In tandem with our community partners, we've got some incredible staff that have onboarded recently with our team to serve in the navigator capacity. So if you'll allow me to, I'd love to introduce our team to you. We've got Yvette Richardson-Ellis. She is, if you'll stand, Yvette is one of our navigators. And Gary, don't take it too hard. We actually stole Yvette from ourselves. Yvette was hired as a navigator for the team and recently accepted a position as our health education department manager, but will continue to serve in the function of a navigator until we fill that position. And then Maggie Bonda is supervising this program effort and has become a software developer. As we have worked to deploy bidirectional SMS, we felt really strongly that help seekers might not want to call. And so how do they reach us? And we have been working to configure a text feature, and Maggie has worked so hard to get that functional up into the time that we all said, let's go get some rest last night. So Maggie has been absolutely incredible and will be supervising this program. April Hernandez is one of our navigators with the program. She is absolutely incredible and has shown so much dedication to our community. Every time we're planning something for the website, April says, well, how would the community see this? How would a help seeker see this? And has been so dedicated to that effort. We're glad to have April with us. And we're sorry, Pam, that we did steal April from MHMR. We get in the habit of that around here. And then Isabel Rodriguez, she is our navigation program coordinator and has been supervising this effort. If you've met Isabel, you know that Isabel keeps track of things better than anyone I've ever met. So if you see a beautiful flow chart of how this program works, it was curated by Isabel. She has kept us in line and really made sure that we've got this effort to have a flow chart and to really know how the help seeker will be navigated through our internal processes. So that is our team. We are so, so grateful to be here with you all this morning. In addition to serving as the division manager for community health, which I'm honored to do, I'm also the mom of a 5-year-old little girl. Her name is Annalise. Many of you are familiar with her. Annalise started kindergarten this last year, and she marched her proud and happy self into kindergarten with her mermaid backpack loaded down with more snacks than any kid could eat in a day because mom was worried about whether or not she'd have enough. So she was walking kind of like this with the backpack into her first day of kindergarten. I got her situated in her classroom, and I went and sat in my car. And I did what I think a lot of parents do after they drop their proud 5-year-old off at school. I took a deep breath, and a couple little tears fell. And I thought, man, that girl is ready for school. And mama is not ready for school. And I texted some of my friends. One of my best friends is here in the audience that I've had the pleasure of working with, and said, whew, I've got some big emotions today. And then I thought about the work that I was about to come do, and the fact that I could have probably texted 940-349-3000 and said, I'm dealing with some life changes today. This is my insurance. Who should I connect with? Do you know a provider that helps with life changes? Right? This program is for all of us. It's to enhance that access for moms that just sent their proud kindergartner marching into the classroom and may need some extra support, to those of us that are navigating transitions of our kids going off to college, our parents are aging, whatever it may be. This program is really for all of us, and I'm so, so grateful to be a very small part of this effort. Some of you have been a part of this conversation for 10 plus years, so you know the bones of the program, and some of you, this is the first day you've ever heard of the Links program. So we're going to spend a couple of minutes talking about what the Links program is, and then we'll open it up for questions if that sounds okay. Our splash page, we are so proud. Thank you to the DTS crew for helping us acquire a phone number that you can both call or text. So you can text LINK to 940-3000 or call beginning at 1 p.m. today. Our navigators will be at their desk and ready to accept phone calls and text messages. If you're more comfortable, you can visit dentoncounty.gov/DCPH links, and there you can complete a form that will ask you a couple of questions about the resources you're interested in, and our navigators will connect back with you. And just to give you an idea of what that website will look like, actually, I'm sorry, we're not going to go to the website yet. We're going to talk about the why. Like I mentioned, many of you know the why behind this. We recently surveyed our community to make sure we were on the right track. This has been a conversation for 10 years, and one of the elements of that conversation is, what's the need, and how do we assess that? Recently, community members told us, about 31% of surveyed community members told us that a lack of information about resources was a major barrier to care, right? Where do I go? It's easy to Google and not know, am I getting good information? Am I tracking down something that I should be following? And our navigators are going to be that warm handoff to say, hey, this is a vetted resource. I think this would be helpful for you. And we're not going to stop there. We're going to make that linkage to care, and then we're going to circle back and say, did it work out as well as we had hoped? Did you get connected with that provider? Let us know how you're doing today. And we'll circle back to you through some automated follow-ups via text. If you only ever want to text our team, we can do that, or we can call you back. So that's kind of our process. As I mentioned, that's our team. Thank you to Eric Morris for coming out and taking some photos of the team and highlighting the work. That's our team there, and I've introduced them all to you. Our website is now live, so you can go and visit dentoncounty.gov/DCPH links. And the website has, like I mentioned, that intake form available for you to fill out some information about the resources that you're looking for, as well as the phone number to reach our team. And we will be at our desk eager to talk with help seekers in our community starting at 1 p.m. today and then for the foreseeable future. So I think we all, in our various fields of expertise, we've all gotten those texts before, right? How many of you have texted your physician friend and been like, hey, here's a picture of my leg. Do you think it's broken? Or, hey, you're an accountant by trade. Can you tell me how to do my taxes? My internet is broken, and I text all of my IT friends like they should know how to help me fix my internet, right? Well, I would love for everyone to save this phone number and for us to be your new friend. If you're looking for some support and looking for a resource in the community, save that 940-349-3000 number to your phone, and we will be your new best friend in helping you link to the services in our community that can support your well-being. Thanks for having us this morning. Please let me know if you have any questions, and I'll turn it over to the experts that can answer those questions for you.
Members, do you have questions or comments before I do a wrap? Anyone?
Excellent. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us. Thank you. If you are all right with it, I'd love to just welcome up our team and get a photo with the
Yeah,
board.
we will. Yeah, that's great, Alex. And I think it's a wonderful way to promote the program. I want to, first of all, thank everyone for all their years that they've put into this. And some of y'all just came late to the program, and y'all squeezed a lot of years of planning into a short time frame. And so I want to thank y'all for doubling down and making all that happen. So I want to thank y'all for your patience. I want to thank y'all for your advocacy. What's interesting is the end users of this are not in this room advocating for themselves. They need other people to advocate for them and to literally navigate them through some of this process. And I love that we're using that word navigation. Don't we all need things to guide us in life? You think of ships that use lighthouses and sailors who use stars, and there's different points of reference and people navigating us through time. And I'm so glad that Denton County is in the navigating business, because they were able to help people truly be their best self. And that what we're called to do is help people be their best self, their best version of themselves. And so I know this is a financial investment, and I think it's money well spent. And I want to thank Commissioner Mitchell for working on this for many years and so forth. And all the people that you mentioned before, Alex, I want to do a double second your motion of appreciation, because y'all were in the trenches. And as I was telling Lisa and Laura this morning, I remember having that meeting last year, and we talked about this and put it clearly on my radar as well. And we were meeting with Commissioner Mitchell talking about this. And I'm glad that we did it. I'm glad we took the time. And I'm especially proud of how this is going to be implemented. I will say that. I think that Matt and his team and Alex and the rest of the Denton County Public Health, I think this is an ideal spot for this program. And we've had the resources to execute it well. And I think that we wanted to have a strong rollout, right? I remember Matt talking to us and said, Andy, we need a few more months to get this. We don't want to have a stumble on a rollout. We want to have a really nice, tight service delivery from day one. And I know that 1 o'clock today, when we turn on the phone, that it's going. I may have to be the first call, but I know that when they get that first call or text, that it's going to be handled professionally and with care and love. And so I'm just super excited, and I believe that Denton County is going to be a model for the other 254 counties here in Texas and those across the nation. And that's what's exciting, to think that the good things that we're doing here can serve as a shining example for others across our region and across our state and the U.S., and hopefully other people will invest like we are in the mental health and the overall health of their residents. So kudos to all of you. Is there anyone who would like to come do any comments as well? Lisa, did you, or Laura, or Pam, anyone, Gary, did anyone want to add to this? Lisa, did you?
Please.
Come.
I'm just incredibly grateful. I'm so grateful.
Come on up, Lisa. We'll see. She's been a big champion of this for a long time. Laura, did you want to join? Don't be bashful.
First of all, I'm just going to tell you once again, I am so grateful that you listened with your hearts and that you're willing to do this and that you're willing to fund this. I do know that we'll be leaders not only in the state of Texas, but across the country.
That's great. That's great.
And I totally concur. I can't say it better. I'm overwhelmed. This is just an amazing thing for Denton County and our citizens.
Perfect, good. Well, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you all for your patience and advocacy.
Look, if it works for our citizens, that's all that we care about. But I do think that they're going to be phenomenal.
Yeah.
Absolutely phenomenal.
It's going to be great.
So,
It's
thank
going to be
you.
great.
Thank you, ladies.
All right, well, thank you, thank you. All right, if there's no other comments from our guests or the court, we'll go ahead and everyone that's involved in the program, large or small, let's get down here, let's get line up right here in the front, and we'll come down and let's take a picture to commemorate this special day.
I know, there's several people that couldn't, yeah. Thank you. I'm glad.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you for wanting it.
Thank you, ma'am. Of course.
Yeah, is it Nancy or whoever?
Thank you, dear.
Yeah, Nancy Stanford not coming? Yeah.
No, that's fine. That's understandable. Yeah, I mean, trying to do something nice, right?
There are people that they're just, yeah.
I don't love it, but I mean, if it's something like this, I'm gonna at least, it's more obliging to yourself.
All right, let's go back to item number 2A, which is approval of item 2, which is our consent agenda. Members, do we have a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented, or do we need to remove any items? We have a motion for approval as presented.
Second.
By Commissioner Falconer, second by Commissioner Williams. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Scoot that over. Our consent agenda today is item 2A, approval of order making appointments. Item 2B is approval of interdepartmental transfers. Item 2C is approval of payroll. Item 2D, approval of budget amendment request 102020 for the County Criminal Court number 2 to transfer $1,900 from various lines to administrative equipment to purchase replacement chairs for the judge to be used on the bench and in chambers. Item 2E is approval of budget amendment request 102030 for purchasing to transfer $1,761 from various lines to hospitality supplies, legal aids, clothing benefit, and training and education. Funds will be used for hospitality supplies for ERP meetings, required legal advertisements, staff shirts, and for additional training for a procurement project manager. Item 2F is approval of budget amendment request 102040 for the County Criminal Court Number 1 to transfer $3,300 from various lines to administrative equipment to purchase replacement counsel table chairs for the courtroom. Item 2G is approval of budget amendment request 102050 for the county jail to transfer $9,280 from miscellaneous building maintenance to technology software services to cover the cost to upgrade the existing building management software to the most current version, and any appropriate action. Item 2H is approval of budget amendment request 102060 for the County Criminal Court Number 3 to transfer $3,000 from training and education to administrative equipment to purchase furniture for the jury room that was previously the probate courtroom. Item 2I, approval of budget amendment request 102080 for the criminal district attorney to transfer $2,000 from the statement of fact, $1,000 from the substitute court reporter to hospitality supplies for a total of $3,000 to allocate funding for hospitality supplies. The remainder of the fiscal year and any appropriate action. 2J is approval of budget amendment request 102150 for emergency management to transfer $3,817 from vehicles to fuel and $4,600 from vehicle graphics to vehicle equipment for a total transfer of $8,417 to cover the cost of fuel for the remainder of the fiscal year and to add a van partition to protect the occupants from shifting cargo while the van is in operation. Item 2K is approval of budget amendment request 102160 for emergency management to transfer $13,830 from dues and subscriptions to various line items, $10,000 from technology software services to citizen emergency response team, and $60 within capital equipment for a total transfer of $23,890 to cover the cost of disaster supplies, public education material, and an increase in shipping costs and any appropriate action. Let's go to item 3A. This is approval of a resolution recognizing Nancy Stanford's retirement and any appropriate action. Ms. Stanford could not be with us today, but we still want to honor her for her 18 years of service to Denton County, and this is a resolution honoring Nancy Stanford for 18 years of service to Denton County and the Denton County Commissioners Court, Denton County, Texas, during a regular session on the 29th day of August, 2023, considered the following resolution. Whereas Nancy Stanford has been a loyal employee with the Denton County Sheriff's Office since March the 9th, 2005, and will retire on August 31st, 2023, with over 18 years of service. Whereas Nancy was hired as an Administrative Specialist 1 in October the 1st, 2009. That position was reclassified to Administrative Specialist 2. Nancy was promoted on March the 18th, 2015 to the Administrator of Detention Chief. On May 17, 2017, Nancy was promoted to Financial Administrator, which was reclassified to Sheriff's Office Administrator on October the 1st, 2017. And whereas Nancy's supervisor states that, quote, she has been a great asset and a valuable member of the Denton County Sheriff's Office. Nancy's extremely well organized and self-driven, and she did her job exceptionally well. Her experience, knowledge, and ability to handle anything that came her way is almost irreplaceable. It has been a pleasure serving as her supervisor for the past 7+ years, and she will be missed as a coworker and a dedicated, true friend to the Sheriff's Office and me, end quote. And whereas Nancy plans to enjoy retirement by spending time with her family and traveling, the Sheriff's Office wishes her all the best in her retirement. And now, therefore, be it resolved, the Denton County Commissioners Court, Denton County, Texas, does hereby extend to Nancy Stanford our sincere and grateful appreciation for her dedicated service to Denton County. We congratulate Nancy on her well-earned retirement and extend our best wishes to her for continued success, happiness, and good health in the years to come. Done in open court this the 29th day of August, 2023, upon a motion made by Commissioner Edmondson, second by Commissioner Mitchell. Any discussion? Well, Nancy, thank you for, 18 years of service to the county, and I hope you enjoy a long and healthy retirement. So congratulations, sir. You could be with us today. All right, any other comments? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. All right. Next is item 4A. This is a public hearing at 9 a.m. on August the 29th, 2023, to review, discuss, and consider the approval of a replat of Shady Lane Estates. This is Lot 4R. This is 4.99 acres located in Commissioner Precinct 4. Do we have a motion to go into a public hearing? Motion by Commissioner Edmondson, second by Commissioner Williams. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. All right, we are in our public hearing. Do we have any members of the public in attendance wishing to speak in favor of or opposed to the replat of Shady Lane Estates? Anyone in attendance wishing to speak in favor of or opposed to the replat of Shady Lane Estates? All right, hearing no comments, we have a motion by Commissioner Williams to close the public hearing, second by Commissioner Falconer. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Do we have a motion for approval? Motion by Commissioner Edmondson, second by Commissioner Williams. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Thank you, Stephen, for all y'all's effort on that. Next is item 5A, approval of bill report, payments from CSCD, Community Corrections, TAIP, Sheriff's Training, Sheriff's Forfeiture, VIT, interest, and DA forfeiture funds are presented for recording purposes only. Mr. May.
Thank you, Judge. I have no changes today. Recommend approval as presented.
All right. Thank you, Mr. May. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
We have a motion by Commissioner Falconer, second by Commissioner Mitchell. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Thank you. Next is item 5B, approval and acceptance of the fiscal year 2023 financial reports through the July 2023. Mr. May.
Thank you, Judge. This is our monthly financials, and anyway, our reserves are moving a lot higher than in prior years, and it looks like we're in really good shape. Most of it's from our investment revenues, and of course we have still have grant revenues from ARPA that some are going into the general fund, things like that. So, but anyway, if you have any specific questions, I'll be happy to answer. Also, I wanted to mention our employee insurance fund, which I have a chart on there for that. That looks extremely high, and it's going up higher and higher, and things are looking really good for us right now.
High in a good way. Yes, so that's great. So thank you. I have to have a motion for approval. Motion by Commissioner Mitchell, second by Commissioner Edmondson. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Thank you, Jeff. Next is item 5C, approval of an acceptance of the Denton County Investment Report for the quarter ending June 2023. Do we have a motion for approval? Motion by Commissioner Mitchell, second by Commissioner Falconer. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Next is item 6A, approval of rejection of bid for ITB number 23-2770, Doyle, Freeman, and Bernard Road Repair and specifications and authority to advertise for ITB 23-2779, Doyle, Freeman, Bernard Road Repair. Any appropriate action?
Move to approve.
Motion by Commissioner Williams, second by Commissioner Falconer. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Next is 6B, approval of award of ITB 23-2769 Denton County Courts Building switchboard breaker replacement to SRS Electric LLC, and any appropriate action.
Move approval.
Motion by Commissioner Falconer, second by Commissioner Mitchell. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Next is 6C, approval of evaluation committee's recommendation to pre-qualify Park Hill and Architects as most qualified firms for our RFPQ 23-2745 architectural services as miscellaneous facility projects, and any appropriate action.
Move approval.
Motion by Commissioner Falconer. Second by Commissioner Edmondson. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Next, under budget is 7A, approval of budget amendment request 102100 for county jail to transfer $240,000 and $240,155 from salary assistance to out-of-county prisoner expense to cover the cost of inmates housed at Amonte, Cook, Wise, Johnson, and Parker County jails for the month of July due to a shortage of detention officers. Motion by Commissioner Edmondson, second by Commissioner Falconer. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Next is 7B, approval of budget amendment request 102070 for countywide technology to transfer $9,450 from technology capital with $6,300 to technology equipment and $3,150 to electrical supplies to replace the end-of-life uninterruptible power supply in the Horn Government Center, and any appropriate action.
Move approval.
Motion by Commissioner Falconer, second by Commissioner Mitchell. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Next is 7C, approval of budget amendment request 102090 for technology services to transfer $291,480 with $1,575 from technology services administrative supplies to various line items, $300 from information security dues and subscriptions to training education, and $281,300 from countywide technology various line items to technology equipment to contract labor, and $8,305 from telecommunications and networking to tech services public safety to cover the cost of ruggedized computer equipment for law enforcement, an increase in cost of scheduled computer replacement, additional training, and uninterruptible power supplies, and any appropriate action.
Move to approve.
Motion by Commissioner Williams, second by Commissioner Falconer. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Next is 7D, approval of budget amendment request 102110 for countywide technology to transfer $117,485 from technology capital to technology software services, moving allocated funds to the appropriate line item for the hardware licensing on the virtual machine refresh project, and any appropriate action. Motion by Commissioner Edmondson, second by Commissioner Falconer. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Next is 7E, approval of budget amendment request 102120 to increase revenues and allocate expenditures for the fiscal year 2024 Public Health Emergency Preparedness Grant. The amount of $481,489. Funding will enable Denton County to upgrade and exercise plans for preparedness and public health threats and emergencies, and any appropriate action. Motion by Commissioner Falconer, second by Commissioner Edmondson. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Next is 7F, approval of budget request 102130 for Sheriff's Administration to transfer $28,472 within capital equipment to fund the purchase of a drone to be used in surveillance and tracking of criminal investigations, and any appropriate action.
Move to approve.
Motion by Commissioner Williams, second by Commissioner Mitchell. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Next is 7G, approval of budget amendment request 102140 to increase revenues and allocate expenditures for the fiscal year 2024 Cities Readiness Initiative Grant in the amount of $114,716. Funding will enable plans and infrastructure to provide an efficient response to a large public health emergency, and any appropriate action. Motion by Commissioner Mitchell, second by Commissioner Edmondson. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Next is item 7H, approval of budget amendment request 102170 for the Sheriff's Office Law Enforcement Facility to transfer $19,000 within capital equipment to cover the cost of purchasing 2 air conditioning units to be installed at the Communications Dispatch Center and the Grapevine Radio Tower.
Move to approve.
Motion by Commissioner Williams, second by Commissioner Falconer. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Next is 8A, a report from Human Resources regarding hiring actions of elected officials is presented for recording purposes only. Mr. Hernandez.
Judge, Commissioners, good morning. We have 1 new hire in the county clerk, 2 new hires in adult probation, 1 new hire in Justice of the Peace Precinct 2, 1 promotion in Justice of the Peace Precinct 5, 1 new hire in juvenile probation, 3 new hires in the sheriff's office, 2 of those are detention officer ones, and 2 new hires in the tax office. That's it for this week.
Perfect, thank you. All right, next is 8B, approval of employer seed money to employees enrolled in the high deductible health plan paired with a health savings account for the plan year 2024. And Gustavo, do you want to outline that?
Yes, Judge, Commissioners, I'm putting this before you for approval of the increase of the seed money. The seed money is money that the county gives to employees to assist them to pay for medical expenses on the high deductible plan. The high deductible plan basically means the employee has to pay up to the deductible before the insurance pays for anything. The deductible this year is going to be changing, and the IRS usually changes the deductible for the high deductible plan every year. So I'm asking that you approve the increase from the current rates to the next level rates as presented.
Perfect. All
Move
right.
to approve.
We have a motion. Thank you, Gustavo. We have a motion by Commissioner Williams, second by Commissioner Falconer. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Next is item 8C, approval of increasing the high deductible medical plan's individual deductible to $1,600 for individual coverage and the family deductible to $3,200 per IRS requirement.
Move to approve.
Motion by Commissioner Williams, second by Commissioner Falconer. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Thank you, Gustavo, for working on that. We've been working on it a while. 13A is approval of the United Way of Denton County Incorporated funding request to fulfill allocation of American Rescue Plan for housing assistance, nonprofit assistance, and food assistance due to COVID-19 and any appropriate action.
Second.
We have a motion by Commissioner Mitchell, second by Commissioner Falconer. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Next is 13B, approval of the First Amendment to subcontract number 20-0432 between Denton County and the University of North Texas for Denton County Drug Treatment Court outcomes evaluation and any appropriate action. Motion by Commissioner Mitchell, second by Commissioner Edmondson. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Next is 13C, approval request to submit a certified local government sub-grant fiscal year 2024 grant letter of intent in any appropriate action. And the chair move for approval.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Falconer. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Next is 14A, approval and order setting October the 10th, 2023 at 9 a.m. as the date and time to conduct a public hearing to consider changing the name of a segment of a public road currently named Arvin Hill Road to FC Smitu Road, located in Denton County Commissioner Precinct 1.
Move to approve.
Motion by Commissioner Williams, second by Commissioner Falconer. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Next is 14B, approval of agreement for records preservation and restoration service between Denton County, Texas and Co-File Technologies Incorporated. This is RFP 23-2728 in the not to exceed amount of $1,700,000 for year one services, October the 1st, 2023 through September the 30th, 2024, and subject to funding availability and not to exceed amount of $1,700,000 for year two services and not to exceed amount of $1,700,000 for year three services, with funding to come from auto line item 53101021. This is records preservation fee microfilm expense as recommended by the Denton County Purchasing Director. Motion by Commissioner Mitchell, second by Commissioner Edmondson. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Next is 14C, approval of agreement for construction services, exterior painting, Historical Park African American Museum, ITB 23-2764, between Denton County, Texas and J&A Painting and Contracting Company Incorporated, an amount of $41,600, inclusive of a contingency allowance, the amount of $5,000, with funding to come from the Permanent Improvement Fund, order line item 806600901, as recommended by Denton County Purchasing Director. The chair move for approval.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Williams. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Next is 14D. Is approval of a First Amendment to Addendum Number 2 to the Master Agreement for Professional Engineering Service between Denton County, Texas, owner, and Half Associates Incorporated, RFQ 22-2679, MEP Services Miscellaneous Facilities for the Charlie Cole Building chiller replacement, as recommended by the Denton County Purchasing Director, and any appropriate action.
Move approval.
Motion by Commissioner Falconer, second by Commissioner Mitchell. Any discussion? You okay?
Everything okay with?
Oh, your phone. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Next is 14E, approval of amendment number 1 to the interlocal cooperation agreement between Denton County, Texas and the city of Salina, Texas for phase 2 of the Frontier Parkway Parvin Road project, with Denton County agreeing to increase its contribution towards satisfactory completion of the project from $500,000 to amount not to exceed $6 million, with funding to come from Parvin Road, Precinct 1, Trip 22, order line item 8973779020, and any appropriate action.
Move to approve.
Motion by Commissioner Williams, second by Commissioner Falconer. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. We do have no executive session today. Let's go to item 17, which is community updates. Commissioner Williams.
None for me, sir. Thank you.
All right, no report. Commissioner Falconer.
Yes, thank you, Judge. There's quite a few things happening since we're not meeting next week, but I'll hit a few of them. Carrollton, we have Wildlife in Carrollton Workshop on August 31st in the evening at the Josie Ranch Library. Saturdays on the Square, September 9th in Carrollton, and the Pooch Pool Party on the 9th also at Rosemead Rainforest. And in Frisco in Flight on the 2nd for 1 to 3 at the Heritage Museum, and pause in the pool 2023 on the 9th in the morning at the Frisco Athletic Center, and roll with the council on that same day at 10 a.m. And Little Elm, we've got a fresh start to Healthier You on the 5th at noon, the library. And in Shady Shores, Freedom Walk, the Walk of Remembrance, is going to be September 10th, and that is meeting at Oak Drive and I-35. The Colony has a community center birthday ice cream social on the 1st, 12:30 at the community center. Taste at Grandscape on the 3rd at noon in Grandscape at the
I don't know
stage.
if that's always or not, 'cause
And then Truck Oktoberfest on the
we're doing
9th
one to 10
at the Truck
same
Yard.
time.
That's it.
That Freedom Walk, Kevin, I think that's all of us elected officials, or is that
Oh,
a different
that
one?
is correct.
Is that a different one, or that's the same one?
Well, this is the one from Shady Shores, though.
That's all of us, the north side meet us at the bridge, and the south side, we meet at,
So the lake cities are started on the north side.
and Denton.
Highland Village and
Got it.
Louisville meet
We
on
meet on the bridge
And that's on the
and
10th.
walk. It's on the 10th,
I was like, hang on.
yeah.
I gotta do two places
I think
at
that's the
once.
same thing, yeah.
It is. So
Okay,
that's great. Those are those cities. So yeah, Corinth will be there as well. So,
yeah, everybody be there.
all right, go ahead, Bobby.
The 6 factors of successful gardening on September the 6th at the Flower Mound Library. Move in the Park, that's also in Flower Mound at Heritage Park. Preserving Family Memories at Flower Mound Library at September the 12th. Holland Village Coffee with the Mayor, September the 11th at 8:30 in Holland Village. Lake City Trade Days, the 2nd, 9th, 16th, 23rd, and 30th of September. Louisville, September the 2nd, My First Fish at Railroad Park. And September the 9th, also in Louisville, is volunteer to help clean up the Elm Fork of the Trinity River shoreline, Layla. September the 9th in Louisville is the Doggy Dive at the Sun Valley Aquatic Center. I'm not participating.
It's outdoors.
September the 9th is the Junior Ranger Program, Ropes and Knots on Jones Street. September the 12th, Neighborhood Grant Workshop in Louisville. I don't have a dog.
I was about to say.
I have some grandpuppies, and that's all I have for this week. I have 2 grandpuppies. No, I have 5 grandpuppies.
All right, Commissioner Edmondson.
Well, most of Precinct 4 is trying to stay inside and stay cool,
Good.
including trying to get our office cooled down out at the Southwest Courthouse. But anyway, we do have here in Denton, North Texas Overdose Awareness Day, which is day after tomorrow, from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. at the courthouse on the square. And then also today, Flower Mound, it says, has wonders of compost when trash becomes treasure. So that's something that I think sounds very interesting. And finally, in Trophy Club, they're going to have a dive-in movie at the community pool on September 2nd from 7:30 a.m. to 10:30 p.m. They're going to show The Little Mermaid, which is very appropriate, and that starts at 8:15. So lots of good stuff going on. And as we know, we don't have court next week, so there'll be a lot more for us to report on after that.
Perfect. I want to mention a couple things that were not previously hit upon. The Pilot Point Chambers of Commerce, we hosting a family fishing festival at Lake Ray Roberts State Park. This is in celebration of 100 years of Texas state parks, and so you can reserve your free day pass to go to Texas Parks and Wildlife website. That's Saturday, September the 9th. In Little Elm, we'll be hosting their Autumn Fest. I don't think you mentioned that one, Kevin, did you? There will be, I don't think I've repeated that. This will be on September 14th. This will be a carnival, complete with rides and games, live music, food trucks, et cetera. So go to Lakefront Little Elm. So that's in a couple of weeks. At the end of the month, on September 30th, Lantana Cares and the Lantana Community Association will be hosting their 13th annual Run Lantana 5K and 10K, and this year's beneficiary will be the Denton County Emergency Services District 1. So I think that's great. They're supporting them. You can go to runlantana.com to find out more about that. And also, at the end of the month on September 30th, mark your calendars for a World of Foodies, downtown Carrollton. And so that's celebrating diverse cultures and with international delights and live performances and family-friendly fun. And so you can go to the City of Carrollton homepage. And y'all did a lot of improvements down there, Kevin, when you were mayor, so I think that's great. Invite people down to downtown Carrollton. All right, to enjoy those open spaces. Under 18, we will have no Commissioners Court meeting next week on Tuesday, September the 5th. So no Commissioners Court meetings. I would like to remind the public that on September 12th, we will have our public hearing on the proposed tax rate and our public hearing on the proposed budget, adopt the budget and the tax rate. So that'll be in a couple of weeks. So is there any other announcements or anything, members? All right, hearing none, we are adjourned. Thank y'all.